Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you beautiful people doing? Thank y'all. I can hear myself on my other device, so thank you, Miss Monet. Shout out to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm super exhausted. I have not had any sleep yet because we trying to get the awards ready. So I was like, I was gonna go live earlier than this, but I think right now is the perfect time. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Mama V. Good morning, grown woman. Don't try me. Good morning, Mama V's. Good morning, Queen Sash. Good morning, Miss Monet. Good morning, Miss Lori. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Miss Annette. Good morning, Aunt Natty. And good morning, Mocha Drop. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so we have quite a bit to talk about this morning. Um, we are going to be talking about the 92%. hmm I'm seeing more black women being harassed and harmed by ICE. Uh-huh. And just so y'all know, if y'all live in the greater Atlanta area, any of those area, Conyers, Decatur, wherever you are, they're saying that ICE is in Georgia, okay, in Atlanta, Georgia. So that means that y'all gotta be on high alert. Okay, be on high alert. That goes for anybody that is spending the weekend in Atlanta. Listen, be on high alert. No matter where you go, be on high alert. Okay, be on high alert. Hey, Simply Beautiful. Hey, Miss Joanne. Okay, so on the docket today, we're going to be talking about a couple things. We are going to be talking about Tamar. We are going to be talking about Drewski. We're going to be talking about the church, of course. That's in the same conversation. And we're going to also talk about Corey Pritchett. He's a YouTuber out of Houston, Texas. And I don't know if y'all remember, but last year he got in a lot of trouble at the beginning of the year for some things that he had did to some women in his vehicle. So we're going to get into that as well. Okay. All right. Welcome, 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 everybody. Any church announcements? What church announcements do I have? Voting does open today for the Reality TV Starlight Awards. All right, voting does open today. We have a mix of mainstream with the mix of web reality, with the mix of YouTube, with the mix of podcast, with the mix of talk shows, whatever you name it, it's nominated. So at 3 o'clock today, you guys will be able to start voting all the way up until March the 5th. You'll be able to vote 3 times a day, okay, per email. All right, 3 times a day per email. Okay, y'all got it? 3 times a day per email. I know I'm gonna be repeating that all day today because I know people gonna ask. So, but anyway, y'all. That is one church announcement. What other church announcements do I have? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, let's go ahead and get into some things. I want to start with this Tamar thing first. Okay. So we gotta talk about Cora Jakes too and Brian Carn. How could I forget about them? Tamar Braxton. So Tamar is under fire right now because someone told Tamar that she need. Good morning, Lee. Someone told Tamar that she needs to keep these gay men away from her son because her son is starting to act like a punk. Now listen, when you start saying stuff about folk kids, see, y'all have gotten so brave that y'all don't mind talking about people kids. I'm a little crazy. You're not gonna talk about mine and think I ain't coming. Okay? I'm just saying. So a commenter told Tamar this, and Tamar told this person to go die slowly. Now, Tamar, I understand. You know, somebody talk about your kid, you come out swinging. That's a mother, and even how I feel about Tamar. I'm not mad at her for swinging for her son. You know what I'm saying? But that wishing death on people, We gotta stop going that low. Cause that thing, you don't never know. It may boomerang. Okay. I'm just saying. And I get it. We can't police people's responses. But Tamar, if I was you, I'll stop wishing death on people because she did that same thing to Kempire. Go die slowly or go do something slow. Listen, Tamar, I get it. Because all boundaries is off when we're about to talk about our kids. I get that. I get that. But in my opinion, honey, I would stop telling people to die slowly. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I do think it is ultimately disrespectful for you to approach her in that manner. Now, the reason why somebody brought this up is because y'all know she hangs out with James Wright Chanel. We know he's gay. She hangs out with Travis. I believe Travis is either her manager or something like that. Travis is gay. What's his name that no longer works with her or was with her is gay. Her hairstylist is gay. Mitch is gay. Saucy Santana, she hangs out with Saucy Santana, and apparently Saucy Santana was live in Tamar's bathroom. And I guess that's what prompted this person to say you should keep these gay men from around your son. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Tamar's interaction with Craig really kind of told me what I needed to know about the gay people that do hang out with Tamar. They allow her to do things that other gays would not allow her to do. Okay. When we're having a conversation with other gay people, we may slip up, or maybe it ain't no slip up. We may call each other girl. We may call each other bitch. We may call each other, whatever. That's slang between us as gay. It's different when somebody that is not in your community comes out and says these same things back to you. In other words, it's almost like you want to play these games. So again, I feel like when it comes to Tamar and her hanging out with these with gay men, I mean, that's her prerogative. If that's what she want to hang out with, and if they want to keep going around there to her, that's their prerogative. But y'all can't come out here and tell nobody that they kids shouldn't be around certain people, because then they gonna end up gay or end up being a punk, or they got gay ways or punkish ways. And this brings me to this thing that I did not give commentary on, but I'm gonna give it today. Y'all know that girl Jada Waiter, whatever her name is. I think she got a sister named Jasmine. I think that's the girl name. She had her son on IG. The baby is 1 year old, y'all. 1 year old. And he like did some kind of mannerism. And she literally told him, don't do that. Stop doing that. You're gonna be gay. I'm gonna get this gay out of you. Let me tell y'all something to parents that think you can pray the gay out of people, talk the gay out of people. That don't work. And the more you honestly do it, the more they're going to go out and do whatever they want to do. It's 2026. Nobody, and I mean nobody, okay? At least I ain't. I was so free when I came out, told my mama. That's all who needed to know, in my opinion, was my mama. But listen, that is a baby, a 1 year old baby. That baby don't understand what you saying about him doing mannerisms, and if he gonna end up gay. Y'all are lame. If you do that, you're lame. And you're a horrible, piss poor mother. Yeah, you are. If you do that, you are a horrible, piss poor mother to do that to a 1 year old. As if the 1 year old will understand. You got to teach him early. You got to teach him early. Again, he's one. He don't understand what you're saying. So, again, you can't tell nobody who they can keep around their kids, right? You just can't do it. No matter how you feel, you can't tell me to keep such and such away from my kids. It just don't work like that. You don't get to run me. You don't get to tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, and to make you feel better. It's just not gonna work. I want y'all to leave Logan alone. Leave Logan alone. Leave him alone. If he do end up gay, and I'm not even trying to speak on no kids, I'm not. But I'm just saying, if that ends up happening, ain't nothing Tamar can do. Ain't nothing nobody can do, to be honest. So I've been seeing that there's a video on YouTube over an hour long where you can hear recordings of people going in on Tamar about her son being gay, and that's just weird to me. It's weird to me. Stop talking about people kids and then not expecting a response. You talk about mine, and I'm going to talk about your bald head ass granny. I'm gonna talk about your bald mouth granddaddy. I'm gonna talk about your slew-footed mama. I'm gonna talk about your gap teeth auntie. I'm gonna talk about your missing teeth uncle. I'm talking about your whole family. Okay? Call out the family tree. Stop talking about people kids. I don't know. Where the mothers at? Y'all ain't saying nothing enough for me this morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's about to be 7:00. Why y'all ain't saying nothing? What's going on? Hey, Miss Felicia. Hey, J.M. Lee. Hey, Cat Calloway. Hey, Miss Shelley. What's going on? Mamas, what's going on? Yeah, I know y'all want to talk about y'all kids. Do it. And I know everybody say kids is off limits. No, I'm going to show you kids is off limits. I'm going to show you kids is off limits. Stop playing with people kids. Okay? Everybody don't play about their kids. And I'm one of them. From Snyder Street in Odessa, Texas, where we would make a bite a curb. Don't play with my kids. Okay? Is anybody motherly instinct kicking in? No, maybe not. Do y'all need to warm up this morning? Hey, Crystal. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, P and Tour. Y'all need to warm up this morning? Do I need to sing y'all a solo or something so y'all can wake up? I think the people want me to sing them a song or something, Reverend, because they still sleep. They still sleep, honey. I need to sing y'all a song. I wake y'all up, all right. Hell no, not mine. These people always been tough on these apps. That's what I'm saying. See, type person I am. Y'all remember that lady that pulled up on that man? Drove 3 hours to pull up on the man? That's me. Don't play with my kids. Which is why I won't put my nephew's son on this app. Because the moment that a bulldog face bitch thinks she about to play with mine, or he about to play with mine, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, yeah, I don't know where we've gotten with this playing with people kids. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Kay Calloway, I was about to say, guide me over that great Jehovah. Cause the people still asleep, honey. I don't play by my kids, grandkids, or great grandkids. Listen, I don't play by my nieces and nephews. I don't play by I ain't got no grandkids, but I don't play by my nieces and nephews. I don't play by my children. I don't play by none of that. Don't play with me. Y'all leave Tamar and Logan alone. Okay? Yeah, there's other things that y'all can bother Tamar about. Okay? All right, moving on. So let's get into this Corey Pritchett situation. Okay, let's get into this Corey Pritchett situation. So Corey Pritchett, let me just help y'all, remind y'all who he is. Now, a Houston-based social media influencer who was arrested for kidnapping charges last year after initially fleeing the country, he went to Dubai, has been released from jail. And this was an article from him being released. According to court documents, a warrant for Corey Pritchett Jr. arrest in Harris County was issued following a November 22nd incident. Now, this was November of 2024, I believe is when this happened. Yeah, because he got locked up in January 2025. Okay, so in November 22nd of 2024, an incident which he allegedly drove 2 women who told police that they feared for their lives to a remote area west of Houston while brandishing a firearm and forced them out of his vehicle. Pritchett was arrested and charged last week. Again, this is, of course, anyway, on 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping. Now, it goes on to say that in a post on TikTok and Instagram around the same time of the arrest, which was issued in December of 2024, Pritchett said that he was leaving the country to start a new life in Dubai. Authorities with the FBI confirmed that Pritchett flew to the Dubai airport with a one-way ticket, according to court documents. Pritchett later returned to Houston area and was booked into the county jail on January the 17th of 2025. During a court appearance, a judge denied Pritchett's request to lower his bond. An attorney representing Pritchett said that during the appearance, he voluntarily traveled back to the U.S. to face criminal charges after traveling to Dubai. Under his bond conditions, Pritchett must wear a GPS monitor and is required to surrender all travel documents in his possession, including passports and visas. He is prohibited from possessing a firearm, consuming alcohol and drugs, and interacting with the 2 women that he allegedly kidnapped. Now, here's what's interesting. The women told the police that they met Pritchett at a gym in Southwest Houston hours before he offered to give them a ride home. Court documents show that during the drive, they that evening, they said that they noticed a change in Pritchett's behavior. He allegedly began driving in the opposite direction of the home, eventually speeding up to 100 miles per hour on Interstate 10, according to the court documents. Pritchett allegedly pointed a gun at pointed a pum at one of the women when she began texting or calling. She began texting on her cell phone and initiated a phone call during the drive, and he had the perfect opportunity to drive the women to a remote area where no one could hear from them, according to the court documents. After passing a restaurant in Salem, he pulled over the vehicle and allegedly told the women to step out, warning it would be their last opportunity, court records show. Okay. Now, I think he appeared in court in April of 2025. He did post bond, and now he's out. But y'all probably wonder, why the hell we talking about this right now? Well, Corey went to church. Okay. Corey went round there to church. And I'm going to let y'all hear the audio of the word that he received while he was down to the church house. Okay. Now, did we not tell y'all that folks will support anybody in the church no matter what they do? And granted, you're not supposed to turn this man away. Y'all ain't supposed to turn this man away from the church. But I just have to understand the coddling of what he's done, right? Or what he's been accused of doing. It's like we're coddling him. And I don't understand that. But if I walk up in the church and I may have on my pants maybe just a little too tight, one of the ushers is going to stop me at the door and ask me if I got some more pants in the car. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm getting at? See, we have these conversations all the time. You can do anything in the church and the church will forgive you, except for be gay. I done told you. Now let's listen to this.
In 2025, around January, I'm seeing you in jail. Yes. As you were sitting in jail, you began to speak to God in your heart. Yes. And you made a prayer. You said, God, I don't know how I got here, but I trust you that you're going to get me out of here. I did. It sounded to other people as if he was crazy. But the Lord said to me, to be precise, this was in Houston. Can I be honest? What has been happening to you is very much spiritual.
Girl.
You have been going through the battle of the mind. The enemy wanted to oppress your mind because of the spirit of paranoia. Now, that ancient spirit, I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit that there are 4 women who individually went to do witchcraft against you. 4 different women. And one of the women I'm seeing, she doesn't go by her real name, but I'm going to give you a real name. Her name is Rachel. You know what I'm talking about?
Y'all, he can miss me with this acting like he hearing from the spirit. You ain't hearing from the spirit. You read them court documents.
People know her. Look at this guy. He's looking at me like this. Ask me if I'm faking it. You're right. This woman goes by a different name, but her real name is Rachel. And the Lord says that these women gather together with people to make sure that your life is miserable. Are you listening to me? And I'm hearing them coming together with another woman in Houston named Ashley.
Sir.
And they said, we're going to create something that's going to be added on top of his situation. So we're going to lie because by law, the judge will listen more to the women than the man. So I saw them sitting around Crystal and your pictures is in it. And in the picture I saw, you were standing behind a black car. Because at the time and night, as you were talking to this person, you was behind your car was parked.
Sir, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about right here, y'all. This that fake stuff. This why I don't do these prophecies and stuff like this, because sir, you read them court documents, and if you didn't read them court documents, you read the articles. But the court documents are going to tell the person's name. Now, if you heard from the Lord, are you going to give the other 2 ladies' names? That's what I want to know. Are you going to give the other 2 ladies' names? Did you not hear those names from the Lord? Let's see. It's a few more minutes left. It's like a minute and some seconds left of the video. Let's keep going.
And she quickly took a picture of you. And I'm seeing her using this picture at the altar and crystal around it. And the Lord told me to tell you, but because you came here, He's going to fight for you. I don't want to go too on the public, but I'm seeing 2 kids. Amen. But one has your name. It's like I'm hearing people calling him like CJ. Hey, listen to me. Now, I want to pray because this child is under some demonic influence spirit because of the environment I'm seeing him in. Because it's even time where I will see you pray to God and say, God, I want you to protect my son. Because this season I'm in is not fair, but it's causing me my peace. Not because of what I've lost, but because of the sake of my son. Now, hear this and hear this clearly. Now, in Houston, he has about $50,000 on his head. In Atlanta, he has about $75,000 in his head. And I'm seeing another one coming from Alabama. There's someone I'm seeing. The person who they are sending to take his life. I'm seeing something with J Smoke, something. But the issue is this. God has been protecting him. Aiden. Who's that? My oldest son. I'm seeing something God is doing in Atlanta. I'm seeing a case that God is doing in Atlanta. You hear me? And I'm also seeing something that God is doing in Houston. Understand? And the Lord says, in this season, you got to learn how to be silent. Allow your change to speak for you. Amen? And the Lord said, if you do this, He said, I will cause your enemies to back off of you. And those who are called to harm you are going to begin to harm themselves. Amen. Because I hear the Lord says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The Lord says, in this season, you got to.
Yeah. This is that type of stuff I'm talking about right here. If you really heard from the Lord, you was gonna give all four names. You only gave two names, and those two names is in those court documents. Let's be clear. Also, his kids' names is in those court documents because of his baby mama. Stop playing. This not funny. I promise you, it's not funny. It's not funny because this is how prophets and preachers get the vulnerable, and I don't like this. And also, I don't like this because you're trying to make what he did an excuse, or you're not using what he did right now. Instead, you're choosing to say a whole bunch of melodrama stuff. So he's saying basically what he was saying is that somebody is gonna put a hit on him, a $50,000 hit on him in Houston, a $75,000 hit on him in Atlanta, and somebody gonna put a hit on him in Alabama. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying in the spirit, he saw that these people was trying to unalive him, or was trying. So it wasn't just the women. He's saying that somebody else is trying to do this. I want to be very clear. Those two women, their name was not released to the public at first, but they are released in those court documents. And I can't remember if those were the names that were in the court documents, but I don't believe this man heard nothing from the Lord. I don't. I do not. I believe he's playing with God. I believe he's playing with Corey. And because these documents, if y'all go, hey, K Muscle, uh, if y'all go Google search Corey Pritchett Jr., hello, he's a junior. You don't think he gonna name his son after him? A lot of this stuff be common knowledge about a lot of stuff. I just read this one article to you. Let me type this man name in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, here go his court documents. Let us see. Huh. Um. Hold on a minute. Okay, no, them not recent court documents. Them ain't recent. But I'm sure somebody can access his court documents. I'm sure if I look, I can find them too. But anyway, the point that I'm making is that when you go search his name, all of these articles pull up. You're not telling me that you ain't looked up this man. This man is well known in the Houston area. Corey Pritchett is well known in the Houston area. He's a YouTuber, and dog fled to Dubai. When he fled to Dubai, there was pictures floating around social media of the two women when he fled to Dubai. But if y'all want to believe these false prophets, y'all go right on ahead. I don't know what to tell you, but go ahead. What these folks love to do is they love to put the mayonnaise on the bun. They love to put a little mustard on the bun, and they love to put some ketchup on the bun. They love to put all three on one bun. Try to see what they can get. I don't believe this preacher. I don't even know who this preacher is. Don't know him. He sounds like he got an accent, so I don't know if he's in a Houston area preacher or who he is, but I happened to see this morning, and I said, you know what? Y'all love playing with God. It's like y'all don't have no fear no more. Y'all don't have no fear no more. Don't have no fear of playing with the Lord anymore. Sorry, but I don't believe that, man. I don't believe his prophecy. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe it. Keep it. And so I'm gonna just read some of the comments. Somebody said, "Is this a skit?" Because that pastor know way too much, and the Lord didn't tell him that. If God wanted him to be silent, and there are hits on his head, why would you publicly broadcast him? Wouldn't there be wisdom of using and sharing this information along with your prophecy? Oh, now how many times have we heard and known that sometimes these prophets don't use wisdom? Well. Somebody said, where is this preacher from? Because he need to go back. Oh, wow. Now he need to go back. Somebody said false prophets. Someone said these Negroes is really trying it. Someone said, why are we making excuses for him? Someone said, the two women that you just named is the two women in his case. Yeah, he didn't hear from God. Oh, I'm telling you, they going in over there on Twitter. Somebody said, they said Nichols is always playing with the Lord. I cannot. I cannot. Um, Someone said, yeah, you got 3 hits on your head. Now give us $100,000 and we'll get them wiped off for you. Oh, oh. Somebody said karma is an MF. I don't respect him. Someone said what most people don't know because it's not public is didn't I just say this? I just told y'all he was currently going through a case with his baby mama. Did I not just say that? Which is how I believe that man know his kids' names. Someone said, okay, I'm not reading that. Somebody said the man was fine. I don't think so. Someone said bless his heart. Someone said y'all too negative in the comments. Someone said he just need to move to Dubai. Lady, he can't do that. Sorry. He can't do that, dummy. He out on the monitor. He can't go to no Dubai. That man ain't even got no passport. He ain't got nothing. And then, of course, you got people up in here. Someone said he beats on women allegedly. Someone said that's the dude that won a rifle or something like that. Someone said the only thing that this man did is research on him, and he's claiming that he heard from God. I told y'all, church prophet, my ass, false prophet, who know Corey have money and trying to capitalize. I told y'all, if he's well known in the area and if this preacher is a decent known person in the area, it's not hard to look this man up and this stuff be right in your face about what he done. It's not. I'ma read 2 more. Man, don't nobody want to unalive this whole ass ninja. Somebody said nigga finna act like he the realest nigga now. Oh. He said the preacher is acting like he actually heard from the Lord, but this is public information. All of the information that he's saying is public. Now that's not, I'm paraphrasing how they do type that. And then someone said all of those cities put hits out on people all the time, especially in Houston, Dallas, and Fort Worth, because those cities are ran by people who like to extort. Someone said bro did research before coming on, so these is lies. I don't know. I don't know if y'all believe this. I don't know. Maybe y'all do. Maybe y'all don't know about Corey Pritchett. Google Corey Pritchett. Google what he did. The man allegedly took these women. These women at the gym. Needed a ride. He gave them a ride. He started going on the freeway, going the opposite direction, driving 100 miles per hour, and told them that they was gonna die. And then put a pow, according to them, put a pum up to their head and told them, this may be the last child. He did a whole bunch of stuff. And then if he wasn't guilty, why the man flee to Dubai? If he wasn't guilty, why did he flee to Dubai? If he was not guilty, why did he flee to Dubai? And then when he was in Dubai, he turned around and told the people he didn't do it. They asked him, why did you flee to Dubai? So preacher man, you may need to go back to seminary school. And you also may need to talk to the Lord about your soul salvation, because I don't think it's right. Now everyone is condemning Jamal to hell and wanting folks to watch out for some cheating, but they can pray for someone who got charges. Okay, little baby, we keep saying this. Shout out to Thais, because Thais says it all the time, and it's the truth. And it's like everybody can be condemned for doing the smallest things or having a past, but the very moment that you got unalivers in the church that get forgiven, you got R wordists that get forgiven. You got people that get forgiven every day because the black church, that's what they do. That's what they do. This is ridiculous to me. Y'all was condemning the lady over a dress, but you got somebody who got active charges out here. Active charges. He's actively on house arrest or whatever with a monitor. Maybe he can go to church. I don't know. Maybe the church across the street. I don't know. But he has active kidnapping charges against him and some charges with his baby mama against him. And we can forgive him and move on, but we're going to forget about his victims. The church love doing that. This is why I said, and we're finna get into Drewski in a minute, but this is why I said, hey, Twin Flames, this is why I said yesterday, hey, Miss Catherine Powell, hey, little baby, everybody coming in, hey. This is why when we listen to that man doing all that stuff in that pulpit yesterday, this is the very stuff I be talking about right here. This is ridiculous. You got active kidnapping charges, and this man is sitting over here talking about you got 3 hits on your head. But I heard the Lord say, we're gonna get rid of them. I heard the Lord tell me I heard the Lord tell me that you live in Houston and that you got some charges and you got some things going on here in Houston and in Atlanta. Yeah, he do. And you know that because you Googled his name. Dude was making 8 figures online. You cannot tell me that man didn't know who he was. What's up, Tracy? I'm talking about Corey Pritchett Jr., that man that kidnapped them women from the gym. He kidnapped them women down to that gym. Took them. Well, I guess he didn't kidnap them at that moment. They needed a ride. I don't know what. Maybe they got in. Maybe they thought the man looked good or something. They got in the car with him. He gets in the car. He drives 100 miles per hour on I-10, the opposite direction. And then he tell them to get out of the car, put a pum up to their head, and then he go flee to Dubai. Then when they get a warrant, when they arrest him at the airport over there, so I think that's what they did. I think they arrested him over there and then they extradited him back over here. Corey, get out of my face and tell that reverend, whoever he is, I'm going to find out that reverend's name by the end of the day. Just hold your horses. I'm going to find out the reverend's name by the end of the day. Because don't nobody know him in the comments over here. Tracy, he went to church. And the preacher said he knew all this stuff in the spirit. The Lord told him all this stuff. He felt it in the spirit. The Lord told him. The Lord told him that he got some charges, and the Lord told him that he got to hit out, and that there's 4 women trying to ruin his life. Well, he ruined 2 of the women's life. That is his victims, allegedly. And the 2 names that he gave, I believe faithfully, I believe those are the 2 women that was in the vehicle. Because if you heard from the Lord, what happened to the other 2 women? You didn't say their name. The Lord didn't tell you their name. Man, stop playing. Just stop playing. It turns into kidnapping when you don't release someone and move. Yeah, so it turned into kidnapping when he started driving, because here's what happened. One of the girls called, I don't know if she called the police or she just made a phone call to like a friend or something like that. That's what they were saying is when it became kidnapping, when they asked, can they be let out of the vehicle, and he started driving faster. That's when it became kidnapping. Now listen, y'all can't get in the car with strangers and watch getting in the car with Ubers, because Ubers is getting pulled over by ICE. So be careful. Be careful. Good morning, Shondaland. Good morning. They playing with God is who they playing with. But that's okay. Day and time is coming. Their day and time is coming. All right, let's get over here. Wait, what else we got to talk about before we get to Drewski? Okay, we're gonna talk about Brian Carn after this. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
In 2025, around January, I'm seeing you in jail. Yes.
Talking about I've been seeing you in jail. The man was in jail. Sure was in jail after trying to run from the law. That's it. We just listened to the full video, Tracy. Now you found it on Instagram. I was listening at it on Twitter. But yep, this is it. These comments saying the same thing. These comments are saying the same thing. Niggas do everything but take accountability. And why men don't show their vulnerable side, y'all laugh. Girl, no one is laughing at him. They're talking about the lies. They're not laughing at him, you idiot. People are dumb. We'll get to Brian Carn in a minute. But let's talk about this Drewski situation. Okay. Let's talk about this Drewski situation. Okay. Okay. Oh Lord. Every time I log in, it's something about ice. Okay. So the church is mad at Drewski. When I say the church is mad. They so mad. They mad at Drewski. They mad at Drewski because Drewski was telling the truth. Okay. I think Drewski can be lame at times. But this man did nothing but literally do exactly what these folks do in church. And I'm trying to figure out why y'all mad at Drewski. Y'all not mad at y'all leaders. Y'all not mad at these people that you sitting under. That's who you should be mad at. Because what it was a dig at was it was an actual dig at Mike Todd. Not only was it a dig at Mike Todd, but it was a dig at other big name preachers and stuff like that. But it was a dig at Mike Todd. And it wasn't a dig, I think, that the church is taking it. But this is what I want to say, and this is simple. This is so simple. If the church stopped giving people a reason, y'all won't feel like y'all being mocked. Let me say that again. If the church would stop giving people reasons, the church, y'all won't feel like y'all being mocked because that's what they feel like. They feel like that Drewski mocked them. It's simple. I've said this on my Facebook yesterday, and I notice when the saints don't like what I have to say, I don't get a whole lot of likes on it. But it's cool because I told the truth. If the church stopped giving people content, if the church stopped giving people reasons to do certain things, then you won't feel like you're being mocked. Because here's the thing. Y'all remember me telling y'all about that I need to find that video. Y'all remember me telling y'all about that preacher that he bought himself a Rolls Royce Cullinan, called all his members to the church parking lot as they delivered the car, and he had a red ribbon on it, and they cut the red ribbon as they were standing there. Now, how many of his members do you think had to catch the bus? And unfortunately, y'all, there are some people who are gonna go above and beyond to get back to the church, to get to the church. Whether they gotta ride the bus, whether they gotta ride the church van, whether they gotta catch a taxi, whether they gotta catch a taxi so far, maybe they only got a certain amount of money. They get out of the taxi and start walking. How many of those people do you think had to get assistance to get down there to that church? And you are parading around the fact that you have a new Rolls Royce Cullinan probably off of the church's back. Those are the things that Drewski is talking about. Notice the red bottoms? But in case if y'all don't know, Mike Todd had on a very similar jacket that Drewski has on, which is why the dig was really meant for Mike Todd. Right? I thought what Drewski did as a church boy was funny. You know why I thought it was funny? Because it's accurate. It's solely accurate. And y'all, they out here talking about, uh, you mocking God, you mocking the church, you doing it. No. If the church would stop this foolishness and this clownery and get back to what we supposed to be getting back to, get back to teaching Jesus, then we're gonna have these problems. We're gonna have these problems. In my opinion, Drewski, do another one. Make them real mad. Make them piss their pants. That's the way I do another one, Drewski. Drewski, you want to come to the awards? You can do one down to the awards. We can put you on as an act at the awards, Drewski. Is that the prophet on IG? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. The one you sent me. Yeah, he ain't doing nothing but he ain't did nothing but a doggone read up on that man. Listen, the church, this is what y'all love doing. You're talking a vehicle that most likely is more expensive than most of the congregants' homes. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I said, how many people do you think needed assistance getting down to that church for you to pull your Rolls Royce Cullinan off of the truck? Sir, and why do we need to be down here to see this? Listen, I'm telling y'all, this stuff, the church gotta do better. But since y'all won't, and people are getting out here and really, it's 2026, and y'all wonder why people leaving the church in droves. Folks is happy and content with their life outside of the church. Outside of the church, people are happy and content. Why go to church when it's messy? Why go to church when y'all gonna ask me to empty my bank account of damn $50,000? How comfortable are you up there asking or telling people, I know you got $50,000 in your account, and if you don't, I don't care if you go into the negative, give me $50,000. It's really weird. And then y'all mad at Drewski? No. As a church boy, y'all don't got no right to be mad at Drewski. You don't. You really don't. Be mad at these leaders who are out here doing things that they should not be doing. I.e., this prophecy over here that you probably could have kept that prophet out to yourself. Instead of further harming the people of God with your line. Hey, Symmetry. Hey, Miss Donna. You know, it behooves me that this is where we are. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Hello, look at Bishop Robbery. Huh? Look at the bishop. He currently in prison for 8 years, 9 years, for being money hungry, pretty much. I hear wearing that fake Fendi and that Uchi Lucci, cause it ain't Gucci. Uchi Lucci, cause it ain't Gucci. And that Wendy, cause it ain't Fendi. And that Chanel, cause it ain't Chanel. We know you was good. What's the place called in New York, y'all? What's it called? Tracy, what's the place called? Where you get his stuff at? What's it called? Dang, what y'all call it? What's the name of the place? Hey, Lady Shell. What's the name of the place? Somebody help me. Yeah, Chanel. Cause it ain't Chanel. We know good and well you wasn't wearing none of them. But the fact of the matter is that you taking them people money. Canal Street. There you go. Didn't ICE raid Canal Street or something like that? Somebody raided Canal Street. Listen. I'm not mad at Drewski. Not. Absolutely not. But I see the Saints is writing think pieces over there online. As a matter of fact, I think I saved one yesterday. A lady wrote this whole think piece, and she said that the Lord is not pleased with the church. You're right, the Lord ain't pleased with the church because of the foolishness that y'all doing. And let me ask another question. When preachers say that the Lord ain't happy with the church, do that do 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 that put them off limits? Can y'all answer that question for me? When preachers say that the Lord is not pleased with his people, do that not include the leader? Because you're the leader, you're the head. Everything falls down from you. I'm wondering, do y'all think y'all off limits? See, because I think y'all be hmm, I think y'all be leaving y'all self out. Cause it come from the head. It come from the head, the leader. Nice try. Listen. Um, listen. The the church, y'all don't got no reason to be mad. Don't be mad. Get glad. Get glad. And what did Kiki, rest in peace, Kiki. What she say? No, she said scratch your ass and get glad. That's what y'all need to do. Scratch your ass and get glad. Okay? All right. And if you don't want me to say ass because we're talking about the church, we'll scratch your ice and get glad. How about that? Girl, it's weird. It's weird and it's actually really becoming it's just becoming so distasteful. It really is. It's becoming distasteful. Now let's go on since we're talking about the church. Let's move over to the Cora. Cora went round there to the Dear Future Wifey podcast. Y'all know that man, Mr. Weathers. So Cora went round there, right? And I just so happened to see a post that was made. Somebody came in here and told me that Cora was getting ready to do an interview with that Cora was getting ready to do an interview with the Dear Future Wifey podcast, right? I'm talking about Cora Jakes. Cora Jakes is one of the fakest I have ever seen in my life. Cora is so fake. Cora is fake, y'all. Oh, she fake. And who gonna tell Cora to stop doing them damn Afrobeat dances? Girl with them big wide tennis shoes on. Them tennis shoes look like they came from Walmart's. No, I ain't gonna even give them Walmart. I'm gonna give them Kmart. I don't even know if there's a Kmart around nowhere. But that what them shoes give, them big block ugly shoes, them K Swiss that you got on your feet, and then you sit up here doing. Now, Corey, you know I can drag you to hell. Okay, you know I don't like you. I think you're a fake and phony. I really do. But anyway, I follow Michelle Loud over there on Instagram, and Michelle had put a post up, and the post said, don't make me come back out here. Now, I didn't listen to the full interview. You gotta take Cora in doses. You gotta take Cora in doses. I was actually already ready to turn it off after the first 3 minutes. They said, I'm a mother. I am a proud warrior. I am, oh wait. So I am a puff warrior. I am, I am, girl. Yeah, I can't do Cora. I cannot do Cora. I cannot. She is fake and phony. Say what you want, okay? She's fake and she's phony, okay? I'm gonna finish the interview for y'all because I'm gonna come back down here and tell y'all what she said about her marriage, okay? What she said about that man she was over there married to. Now you know that man want to accuse. Brandon Coleman is around there in jail, and according to Tyrone Blackburn, Brandon Coleman allegedly. Let me put my alleged banner up here. Brandon Coleman allegedly got some stuff to say about what Cora and Bishop Jakes done. Child, it's mess around there, ain't it? It's mess around there, ain't it? Cora, yeah, girl. Now I ain't gonna promise y'all I'm gonna finish listening to it today. I gotta take a break. I do. I gotta take a break, y'all. Can't nobody listen to Cora in no 1 second. Okay, let me see. I tried to watch Cora down to the Dear Future Wifey podcast, but couldn't finish. Her voice, don't it, Kay Calloway? Oh my God. She's Cora, congratulations on your weight loss. Congratulations to everybody who's out here losing weight. Congratulations. Cause I ain't gonna be one to not congratulate y'all. However y'all did it, congratulations. But girl, now you think you are the untouchable, honey. You think you are untouchable. Ooh. No. I'ma finish it at some point this weekend. Okay? I'm gonna finish. I promise you I'm gonna finish it. But she rooked my nerves that first. Oh my God. So let me let y'all hear the beginning of it. That's what I've been doing. Hold on. Let me let y'all hear the beginning of it so y'all know I ain't making this up. Oh, wait. Yes, that little baby, that's exactly who it is. Mm-hmm. And that's the lady I was talking about when I said Michelle Loud came out on Instagram last night. And Michelle had been quiet for a while. She sure have. So I want to know what she said about Michelle. Okay, listen to this, y'all.
On the cover, it said, "Is this the next Billy Graham?"
We grew up in the foundation.
We grew up in the foundation, but not in the
Know what your dad meant to the world. I guess it would have to be when we moved down here. We lost our names when we came down here.
Ooh.
Every headline that we would ever be on from that moment on would be Bishop Jake's daughter.
Sometimes people assume that there's some level of jealousy because you may see your sister blow up, but I always see you support her so much.
Oh, Big Sister is my favorite post. It hurts me if I'm not able to be behind her.
God, when is it going to be my time? How did you reconcile that in your mind?
That was my time. I don't think that the time is the platform. I think the time is the assignment. I'm not waiting for God to do something in me. He is doing something in me already.
Have you been on dates since you've been divorced?
I've been on 3 dates since my divorce, and all of them were epic fails. I also get fanboys. Let's talk about the ones that want
fanboys. Well, there's always somebody out here that's chasing somebody, okay? Yeah.
And not his daughter. And I am 5'9" and not mature enough for anyone shorter. The minute we get in a fight, I'm going to tell you to get on the stairs when you're talking.
Before we conclude, and I'll have you write a key to love, please, whatever God lays on your heart, to just pray for Ashley and I.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hear your prayer, Cora. And to the people who be saying that, that Cora can pray. Child. Listen. Cora, girl, please just get away from us. She worked my nerves. She sounds like she's trying to talk like her father, like she stands in the mirror practicing every day. She do when she be doing them Afro beats. Have y'all seen her do her Afro beat videos? Okay, I'm all for folk being happy and getting on there doing the thing, but Cora is a ball of fakeness to me. She just really is. Cora is fake. She is fake. Fake, phony. I believe her mama fake. Sarah give me fake too. They all give me fake if I'm being honest. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. So I was a member. See, clearly, I can't be no member of the Potter's House no more because the Potter's House North don't exist no more. Cheryl Brady said she was leaving the Potter's House. They didn't change the name of the church and everything. So I am no longer a member of the Potter's House, okay? And I wasn't even going to the main campus. I was going down there with Cheryl Brady in North Dallas. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did go to the main campus a couple times because my man was going to church over there. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we go to church together or whatever. And I be around there. But thank God every time I went, Bishop Jakes did not preach. Okay? Because I don't really his preaching is some of these people. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of these preachers. Somebody said that who was it that asked if somebody else could preach? That somebody asked if Marvin Sapp could preach. Some of these people are good for funerals. Some of these people are good for eulogies. Some of these people is good for eulogies. And that's it. I mean, I'm just saying. Some of these people are just good for eulogies. You just call them because your pastor is unavailable. Like, you know, some of that preaching just don't do nothing. I don't feel nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, you know. But then there are some people out here, because I don't care what y'all say. Jerry Macklin, now that's an epitome of a man that can preach. To my churchgoers, they know who Jerry Macklin is. Do y'all think Jerry Macklin can preach? To be honest with y'all, I was always hoping that Jerry Macklin would be the next presiding bishop for the Church of God in Christ. I just always wanted that. Okay. Shout out to Bishop Shear, but I wanted Jerry Macklin because I feel like the Church of God in Christ would be structured just a little bit different. But to me, that's preaching. There's a couple other people that I feel like can really preach. But as far as like Marvin Sapp, to me, I'd rather hear him sing. Okay. I'd rather hear him do Bible study. Okay. But as far as like preaching, no. Jerry Macklin. Now that one, oh yeah, he preaches. Bishop Jerry Macklin is a great bishop for real, chef. I agree. I like Bishop Macklin. I always have. They're not preaching. They're giving motivational speeches. You're not lying. It ain't no preaching going around here, and that's why we are what we are. Elijah Hankerson is good too. Absolutely. Yeah, Hankerson is good too. Mark Moore can preach to me too. I like Mark Moore. I like I like it when he hoops a little bit, and I like it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So there are a couple of people out here that I feel like can really preach. But as far as Jakes can't preach. Nah, he not. Maybe back in the day he could really preach, but now, okay. Like back in the day, if anybody knows Cheryl Brady used to be bad. By the way, Cheryl Brady's white. But Cheryl Brady used to be bad back in the day, okay? You're talking about somebody who is going to tarry through a service. Oh, that one right there, she got some fire behind her. Now, over the years, I think she have really calmed down. But if y'all go look up a video of Cheryl Brady from back in the day, oh, Cheryl could preach. She get you where you need to be. So again, it's some people you like, okay, y'all preaching, but then some people like, oh, okay, where we at? We at the Starbucks meeting up and having a conversation, you know? So yeah. All right, so let's get into Brian Carn, honey. Let's go ahead and get into Brian Carn, y'all. Now listen, I want y'all to clench your butt cheeks together as I read this. Okay. Brian Carn, you can't be mad at the media for picking this up. This was made by the Justice Department, and so we have to get into it, okay? And so for those of you that don't know, Brian Carn did plead guilty to the following. Let's read it. Defendant obstructed the IRS efforts to collect more than $600,000 in taxes. A Jacksonville minister pleaded guilty today to obstructing the IRS's effort to collect his tax debts. According to court documents and statements made in court, Brian Carn Jr. operated a ministry under various names, including Healing House Ministries, Inc., Brian Carn Ministries, Inc., and Kingdom Culture City churches in 2016. Carn filed his tax return for 2015 that properly reported that he earned more than 1.4 million in income and owed more than 600,000 in taxes. He did not, however, pay those taxes to the IRS and instead came up with a scheme to deceive the IRS. A few months later, when the IRS attempted to collect his unpaid taxes, including by placing liens on his properties and attempting to levy his bank accounts, Carn amended his 2015 tax return. Everybody know what amended mean, right? He just made some changes and falsely removed nearly 1.3 million in income that he previously reported. Dumb. To accomplish this, Carn hired a new accountant and provided him with fictitious, backdated employment agreements that provided an annual salary of $120,000 and an annual parsonage allowance of $24,000. Carn represented to his accountant that this was all the income that he earned in the year. Carn represented third parties on credit application, finance account openings, and lease applications, and otherwise knew that the income he actually earned far exceeded um, the reported salary in the employment agreement provided to the new accountant. It goes on to say that in the following years, operating under the premise of fictitious employment agreements, Carn filed a series of other tax returns that drastically underreported his true income. But in 2020, he stopped filing tax returns despite continuing to earn income by using ministry funds to pay for personal expenses. And he did that because most of the time, most of these ministries are tax exempt. Child. Finally, when the IRS was trying to collect the outstanding taxes, Carn made a number of false representations and material omissions to the IRS to conceal his assets and income. Carn's obstruction caused a loss to the United States of between 55,000 to 1.5 million. Carn faces a maximum penalty of 3 years in federal prison. Assistant Attorney General Taysan Duva of the Justice Department Criminal Division made the announcement, and the IRS Criminal Investigation is investigating the case. And Assistant Deputy Chief David Zesserson, I hope I said that right, Zesserson, and Trial Attorney Max Wilner of the Criminal Division Tax Section. Okay, I don't think we need to know all that, but anyway, that's what he did. So basically, he lied on documents. He stopped filing his tax returns. Now, you're not gonna file your tax and you're not gonna pay. Now you're gonna have to pick a struggle, Brian Carn. Come on now. Pick a struggle. Either you're gonna pay your taxes, either you're gonna file your taxes and not pay them, but doing both, not paying your taxes and not filing them, are you asking for some trouble? But these folks in these ministries, they let little baby. He wasn't filing his taxes, nor was he paying them and lying on previous taxes. He hadn't filed taxes in 5 years now. And you wasn't paying. Man, say, at least file them, ho. At least file them hoes. If nothing else, you could work out a plan with the IRS if that's the case. But my God, from Zion's Hills. Now, Brian Carn, I don't know what to tell you, sir. I don't know what to tell you, Brian Carn. Now, I agree with what Thais said last night about this man coming out here gaslighting everybody because we know he going over the hunch on them women. Now, I told y'all yesterday when I went live in Patreon, I told y'all them women coming out. That's how I believe it's going to come out. Them women coming out. Them women coming out against Brian Carn. Uh-huh. Now, do anybody know have Brian Carn taken over that church in Atlanta? Williams, you know, he was supposed to be William McRae's pastor, wasn't he? And he told William McRae that William McRae was a liar, but it seemed like somebody else a liar too. Didn't he call William McRae a lie to his face? Child. Huh. I know what to say. Hope you have all the receipts for you within the 90 days window to get a full refund. Man, listen. I don't think he's taking over yet. Do you think he's gonna take over now, Mocha Drop? Or you think the reverend over there? I don't know. I don't know Williams' original pastor, but do you think the pastor gonna come back? Cause the pastor alive, ain't he? He was just stepping down, right? I'm not trying to unalive the man. I just want to make sure. The pastor, Brian Carn, was just taking over his position because he retiring or something like that, right? Child, this is a mess. This is a mess. Brian Carn. And he pleaded guilty, y'all. He pleaded guilty. So, he may get a deal. You know, these are white collar crimes. You know, when it comes to money, stuff like this is white collar crimes. Typically, they don't get a lot of time. And most of the time, if it's like your first offense, just depend. Well, I don't know. Again, he said he faces up to 3 years in federal prison. But a lot of times, if it's your first offense, you know, maybe they may, you know, give him a little leeway, give him a little grace. When it came to the bishop, that wasn't the bishop first offense. That was the bishop 56th offense. Bishop had been to prison twice before already. Or maybe once before already. I don't know if it's once, twice before already. But Bishop robbery, I miss Bishop Whitehead. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I miss Bishop Whitehead. I do. I miss Whitehead. But I don't miss him enough. I miss him being out. I don't miss him while he in there. I miss him being out because I miss them delusional live streams he used to do. I miss them delusional live streams that he used to do. He used to, baby. Yeah, I used to give him the business. I did. But y'all know that man never came for me. He never came for me. And I know he's seen my stuff. He never came for me. He never came for me. Now, I do think one time he did throw like a subliminal. I think he threw it like a subliminal. But other than that, he don't never really mess with me. He never mess with me. He never will bother me. Over 1 million followers, but only 10 people in the lives. Man, listen, I miss the bishop. They used to say, "Did you pay for your followers?" And y'all know I got a thing on my channel where I say I went down memory lane where we did some of them live streams that he did. I miss the bishop. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I do. Sure do. When is Bishop Robert getting out? That man got 8 years. I think he only got 1 year down so far. I think October made 1 year. He went in 2024. I think October of last year made a year. So, yeah, he got 8 more years, honey. He was mad at Really B. I never will forget when, boy, because we don't play by Really B. Boy, I remember everybody was live that day. T was live that day. I went live. I think LT. Everybody went live that day that he thought he was really doing something to Really B. Boy. Okay, wait a minute. Good morning, hey, Miss Gina. Good morning, Chef DonDon Miles in chat. Happy Friday. Ms. Brian Carn is very sassy, and anybody that believes he is a prophet needs glasses. Listen, because Brian Carn, child, he gonna screw anything that gotta. Well, I ain't gonna say anything. I was gonna say anything that got a cooch, but hell, we don't really know. Well, Cause shoot, we don't really know. Man, say that was a time we dragged, didn't it? We dragged. We dragged the Reverend, the Bishop. We did. We did. We did. We gave him a piece of his own medicine. uh-huh. The Bishop got me hooked on your platform. That ish was so funny to me. Well, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you stayed, even after he went to the pen. You know that's what that's what old black people call it, the pen. Don't y'all didn't y'all grandma call it the pen? Penitentiary. Listen, y'all. I want these church folk to get somewhere. Sit y'all ass down. Stop giving these people something to talk about. Stop giving these people something. If y'all stop getting caught up in stuff, we won't have nothing to talk about. And y'all stop trying to keep up with a lifestyle that we know y'all don't got. Pastors and preachers be just as broke as regular everyday people that's in their congregation. Shoot. I think Carn likes the men and the women. Oh, he's moving to ATL. I've been to the church that he's allegedly taken over. Oh, have you? Well, I don't think he's gonna be moving no more. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Has he been preaching at their church since it was announced that he could possibly take over? Have he been there? Have he been there or have he been like um yeah, have he been at the church and stuff since he took over? You haven't seen him? Mm, mm. Child, I say. Well, y'all, that's really all I have. That's all I have. I gotta get back to this stuff. To get ready for the voting today, etc. All right. So I do appreciate y'all for tuning in this morning. All I just need to talk to the church a minute. Just talk to the church. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Forgive me. I just want to shout out the finer ladies of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Happy Founders Day. Happy Founders Day. Yes, happy Founders Day to all of the D9 that have celebrated the Founders Day, because I believe January is really a hefty month with Founders Day. So happy Founders Day. Yesterday was the Founders Day for the AKAs and all of that. So happy Founders Day to you all. All right. I want y'all to have a good day. Be on the lookout. Voting opens up at 3 p.m. today. I will be posting the link and I'll probably go live again to let y'all know. All right. Hope y'all have a good day and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.